A very warm welcome to you and welcome to an exciting and thrilling episode of Travel Diaries. I'm Eve D'Souza.
And I'm Nick Wang'odu.
And this week it's pretty exciting because December holidays are here.
Yep,
the family gets together. You're sitting at home and you're thinking, okay, what should we do for the day? So we've got various family outing options.
Exactly.
And starting off with mine, I'm so excited about this because trust me, I'm not much of a camper girl.
Yeah, you did. I don't think you have to emphasize that. I think people can pretty much tell.
Nevertheless, I got to spend the night with a wonderful family at the Nairobi National Park, and I got to squash a spider live with my bare hand.
That's a huge achievement, but
it is for me, trust me.
That's why sprays are made for that. But I actually got to spend time at Hala Park in Mombasa, which is absolutely amazing with the whole nature trail. You're up close and personal with the animals, and the fact that it's a rehabilitated park is even much better, you know, that it's helping the environment and they're keeping it intact. Then from there I went off to the Maasai Ostrich farm in Kitengela, and that was a beauty because I spent time with two families that went out and took their kids out for a nice day out.
Fantastic. And if you're looking for a nice outing to take your kids along, well, how about the Nairobi National Museum? So much to see and so much to learn as well about our history and culture. It's all coming up right here on Travel Diaries.
Stay tuned.
Alan has a water supply necessary in the bush, of course. Oh, let me help you with that. Yes, you can never be too warm. Well done, Gadoni. Let's put this in here, a little duvet. Well, this is pretty exciting because I've gotten a family to go along with for a great family outing. We're going to try camping in the wild at the Nairobi National Park. Thank goodness for them because I think I would die alone out there. So they're going to teach me how to put up my tent, how to cook, how to survive in the cold, and of course, truly bond and experience what it is like for a whole family to take some time out from work, take time out from school, just come together and have a true bonding experience at the Nairobi National Park. Let's go camping! Nairobi National Park is the world's only wildlife capital and is a unique ecosystem by being the only protected area in the world close to a capital city. The park is located only 7 kilometers from Nairobi city centre. The road through the East Gate entrance is smooth and you can use your saloon car. Now, we did make the error of not only leaving for the park late, but also entering the park via the Langata main gate, which is the long and bumpy route to the campsite. If you'd like to camp in the park, access the park via the East Gate on Mombasa Road. It's a quick and easy 5-minute drive to the camping location from there. Finally here, and I think we've learned 3 things today. First of all, never take a luxury car to the Nairobi National Park. Second of all, make sure you know where you're going, otherwise KWS will have to come and rescue you. And third of all, never underestimate the jam in Nairobi. Very late, yes. As you can see, it's pitch dark, and this is not a good time to come camping and setting up your tent, but we're going to try and make it work nevertheless. I hope I survive tonight. I really do. Well, time to grab our stuff and go pitch tent right here at the Nairobi National Park. You will need to carry your own tents, and there are KWS rangers to help you put them up if you have any difficulties. But make sure you carry enough food, water, warm clothing, and torches for your stay overnight. totally secure, and the campsite has a kitchen space where you can cook a family meal, provided you carry your own cooking gas, sufrias, and utensils. It's a fun bonding experience being close to home, yet out in the wild, away from the bright lights and noise of the city, and makes the perfect setting for a family meal together. Well, we have enjoyed a thoroughly delicious meal. The family have enjoyed their family bonding time together as we camp. The kids are asleep, so it's time for us to go to bed. It's been a totally eventful and stressful evening, but we made it through. And I'm pretty excited because in the morning we get to go on a game drive in the Nairobi National Park. So we'll see you in the morning. Right now, though, it's lights out. In the morning, the family will wake up to the sound of the birds and a special treat the children will especially enjoy. You know what? It is not like me at all to be bursting with energy at 6:30 in the morning, but luckily and surprisingly, I had a really good rest, and I'm joining the family now for a game drive that we promised. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, right. A national park in the middle of the city. What are we going to see? Well, I'd have you know that Nairobi National Park actually has 38 lions and counting. So hopefully we're going to see a few right now on the game drive. Much to our surprise, the Nairobi National Park is teeming with wildlife. Major wildlife attractions are the black rhino, the lion, leopard, cheetah, hyena, buffaloes, giraffe, zebra, wildebeest, and diverse bird life with over 400 species. Okay, tell me which animals you saw.
Giraffe.
Uh-huh.
Zebra.
Zebra. Which was the scariest one?
Lion.
The lion. We've had a fantastic game drive, and we're joined by the KWS warden at the clubhouse as the family and I enjoy a nice hot cup of hot chocolate. It's been very, very cold this morning, but we got to see a lot of the animals. The kids were really, really excited, and this is a true wonderful experience for the entire family. Camping at the Nairobi National Park. It's so easy to access and very, very affordable. Priceless, I have to say, is what comes to mind when I think about the experience. These two kids, their eyes lit up, especially if they're seeing the lion for the very first time. So think about it if you're planning a family outing.
Looks like Eve had a lot of fun camping in the park with the kids. My activity, however, takes one day and promises to make a great family outing. I'm at Bamburi Nature Trail in Mombasa, and the guide says it promises to be a learning experience. Loads of activities for the kids and your inner child. Let's go explore.
From wasteland to paradise, these are the words that aptly describe Hala Park, Mombasa. Formerly known as the Bamburi Nature Trail, Hala Park is located on the north coast of Kenya along the Mombasa-Malindi Road, just 12 kilometers past the Kenyatta Public. A trip down the coast would not be complete without a visit to the nature trail for what promises to be a great family outing. As the largest animal sanctuary in Mombasa, the park boasts an enormous variety of animals, reptiles, insects, and botanical gardens. The park was previously a barren piece of land that had been stripped of its resources through limestone mining and was redeveloped through reforestation and conservation efforts, and is now a habitat for a large number of flora and fauna. The park consists of a game sanctuary, reptile park, small demonstration fish farm area, palm garden, crocodile pens, and giraffe viewing platforms, offering a variety of various points to educate and entertain. The meandering trail that leads you through the entire park is one not to be missed. I was a little hesitant at first, but afterwards, it dawns on you just how important it is to make the full trek. The trail begins with a 5-minute briefing from your own personal guide, who brings you up to speed with a brief history of the park and some of the inhabitants. Walking along the trail is an ideal way to look at the various animals, and on many occasions, holding or feeding a reptile, such as a snake, is allowed but under close supervision of a guide. There are 4 nature routes in the forest trails for cycling, jogging, walking, and fitness. A 3.6-kilometer leisure walk enables the visitor to experience alternating landscapes from empty quarries to lush forests, lakes, streams, palm groves, and plantations of indigenous trees. Along the way, our guide tells us the story of the most famous hippo in Hala Park, of Owen and Mzee. Found stranded on the Malindi beach after the 2004 tsunami, Owen, a hippopotamus, was rescued and brought to Hala Park, where he was adopted by Mzee, a 130-year-old tortoise, as his surrogate mother.
Yeah?
It was this rare relationship that made Owen one of the most famous animals worldwide, and the focus of a documentary and series of children's books. The Hippo Sanctuary is a definite see for you and your kids. You get to watch this gigantic creature stroll out of the water and feed on land. These creatures share their sanctuary with buffalo and eland, and to my surprise, they get along quite well. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to be within feet of crocodiles, you're in for a treat. The Crocodile Ranch provides just that opportunity. The tour through the ranch is both amazing and educational. You get to learn about the reptiles' habits, ages, and behaviors. The highlight, definitely feeding time for the mature crocodiles. The park boasts one of the most modern reptile parks in Eastern Africa. The reptile park was renovated in early 2009, designed around the concept to educate the general public on the importance of snakes to mankind and their role in ecosystems. Visitors are able to view the snakes in their terrariums designed to mimic their natural environments. This unit has a population of over 35 snakes, representing about 16 species of snakes found in different habitats in Eastern Africa. Hala Park plays a host to a variety of wildlife including hippos, giraffes, buffaloes, and antelopes, as well as other smaller mammals. An ideal family outing is one that is not only fun, but also one where children get to learn through interactive experiences with nature, inspiring a sense of respect and responsibility for the natural environment. An outing at Hala Park in Mombasa provides exactly that and so much more.
Hala Park has by far met and surpassed my expectations of the perfect family getaway. From learning about venomous snakes to the feeding habits of crocodiles, this promises to be an educational experience for you and your kids, should you decide to come down and visit. Believe me, it's worth it. Stay tuned to Travel Diaries. We'll be right back after the break.
You're watching Travel Diaries in association with the Kenya Tourist Board.
all clean and washed up from my camping experience, and I'm at the Nairobi National Museum for our final option for a great family outing. The museum reopened in 2008. It's absolutely stunning inside, so come with me as we get to find out more about Ahmed the elephant. He was protected by Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. We'll also view the most complete skeleton of a Turkana boy, and I'm really hoping I don't embarrass myself and faint because we will be visiting the snake park. There's so much to see, so much to learn, so come with me to the Nairobi National Museum. The Nairobi National Museum is located at the Museum Hill, approximately 10 minutes drive from the Nairobi city centre. It houses some of the most celebrated collections of history, culture and art from Kenya and East Africa. In 2005, the previous Nairobi Museum closed for an extensive modernization and expansion project and reopened their doors to the public in 2008. The outcome is impressive. The Nairobi Museum has been transformed into a magnificent piece of architecture that competes with other world-class museums. The galleries have been reorganized to interpret the heritage of Kenya and stimulate learning. It's all tightly linked to the three pillars of Kenya's national heritage: nature, culture, and history. Yeah, don't worry, it's not gonna attack me. At least I hope not. It's very lifelike, but it's just a replica of the most popular animal in Kenya, the elephant, in memory of the most popular elephant in Kenya, Ahmed, or as they called him, the King of Marsabit. And you could say it was love at first sight when Ahmed met our first president, Jomo Kenyatta. That's when he declared a crusade to save the elephant in Kenya. Now behind me, this is amazing. It is the actual skeleton of Ahmed the elephant. He unfortunately died of a gunshot wound, but the thing to note is the size of his tusks, massive size, actually the largest recorded in Kenya. Well, then again, it does take a lot to impress a president. With a welcoming ambiance of harmony between the galleries, there's a lot for you and your children to learn, observe, and marvel at. They've definitely made a museum visit unique and exciting, no matter what your age. Well, this is one of the most amazing findings that you can view at the museum, the most complete skeleton found in Kenya in 1984. Now, by the time that he passed away, he was a young Turkana boy between the age of 9 and 12, and his height was pretty impressive for that age, 1.6 meters. But what's the most significance about this skeleton is it is 1.6 million years old. And you can view it with your family right here at the Nairobi National Museum. The Nairobi Snake Park is one of the attractions located next to the Nairobi National Museum and has a high frequency of visitors. And if you've ever wondered if snakes have the ability to climb, yes, they can. Up trees and bushes, it's a breathtaking sight watching all types of snakes openly bask in the warmth of the sun. Now, one or two rebels will try their hardest to climb up the walls surrounding the enclosed area, but can only get to a certain height before they lose their balance and topple over. In short, you're safe, and the snakes can't get at you, but it sure is fascinating watching them try. The biggest attraction at the snake park is the massive and powerful African rock python. They are large and muscular and kill their prey by squeezing or constricting until it suffocates. They tend to curl into a huge ball as defensive behavior. Once curled up, they can be rolled onto the ground, though I wouldn't know why anyone would dare try. These pythons are nocturnal and are fed only once a week. Other attractions at the snake park comprises tortoises, various types of fish, mighty crocodiles, and alligators.
The Masai Ostrich Farm is located 45 kilometers from Nairobi on Athi River, Kitengela Plains. Situated past Kitengela town, the farm is an oasis on the wide and dry plains. The excitement on the drive there was palpable as I looked forward to what I hoped would be a great family outing and my first ostrich ride. Set on 200 acres of rolling grasslands, the farm's main attractions, of course, are the live ostriches. First up was a farm tour, and according to Joseph, our guide, the farm is home to slightly over 1,000 birds, most of which are slaughtered at 9 months old. The meat is sold to some of Nairobi's main hotels and restaurants. We enjoyed a walk along the pens, starting with those for chicks and ending with some mature birds kept for breeding. We also got hold of a real ostrich egg that weighs much like a bowling ball. One egg is often big enough to serve a whole family of more than 5 and can serve up to 25 people. An ostrich is slaughtered at 8 months because the quality and taste of its meat is achieved during that period of growth. An ostrich has the longest eyesight but the smallest thinking capacity. The tour takes about half an hour to an hour, and you get to learn a lot about the lifestyle of the largest bird in the world. Lunch was a main event. Naturally, the menu strongly features ostrich meat. We tried the ostrich fillet and found it remarkably tasty and tender. But apart from all these ostrich offerings, you can go for beef, chicken, goat, fish dishes, and better yet, kiddie snacks like hot dogs, fish fingers, which are all available. The ostrich riding started after lunch. Sometimes, there are ostrich races on the Sunday afternoons, making this an ideal place for a fun family weekend. There are opportunities for both grown-ups and children to enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime ostrich ride. The children needed a little bit of convincing, but I jumped up and grabbed the opportunity. Initially, the big bird put up quite a struggle on being saddled, but becomes remarkably quiet once we are on the go. The handlers carefully lead the ostrich, and the experience is simply amazing. There are 2 types of ostriches on the farm. The blue-neck ostrich, a breed mostly found in northern Kenya across the equator, and the Maasai ostrich, which is found in southern Kenya. The farm's natural environment with numerous trees gives one a chance to breathe in some unsullied air, and is home to at least 60 species of birds. Just outside the hotel is an expansive, well-manicured garden with green, leafy trees. There's also a swimming pool for adults and kids, as well as a play area for kids, with swings, a dry slide, and a bouncy castle put up on weekends. And for children who may shy away from the ostrich rides, horse riding more than makes up for it. Founded in 1991 initially as a ranch house, the resort offers luxurious accommodation with 5 spacious ensuite double rooms, tastefully furnished, and 10 tents with both double and single beds available. This is especially convenient for families looking to spend a weekend at the farm. Great activities, great ambience, and great food sure makes a day out at the Masai Ostrich Farm a delightful family experience.
Okay, fine, go ahead, say it. I know you want to say something.
He knows me too well. Today's show has made me so emotional because it takes you back to the days when you were a little girl or a little boy.
Or a little devil, haunting your parents.
Not so much a little boy anymore, but your mum and dad will surprise you with the most amazing family outings, and it makes a big difference, especially during the December holidays. It's something that is so memorable and will stay with you for the rest of your life. So make sure you do plan something special. And if you want more information on the locations we showcased, well, go to the link on your screen right now.
And you definitely want to keep track of next week's episode because we're going to show you how to go on holiday on a budget. We're not going to tell you how to spend your money, but we're just going to show you all the places that you can go to.
On a budget, an amazing experience as well. So it's well worth your time. So make sure you tune in same time next week right here on Travel Diaries.